Greetings, interns and students. This is going to be the administrative part of the lecture for LearnDash. First off, we're going to be given administrative access to LearnDash, which is our learning management system, and we're going to log in. And we'll just give that a moment to update. Basically, as soon as you're finished with your assignments, you're going to be transferring everything from the guides to LearnDash. So let's click on top where the dashboard is. I know it's kind of hard to see, but we're going to click on that where the dashboard is, and this should open the main feature that leads to all our courses and blogs and other posts. Okay, so on the left-hand side where it has the LearnDash LMS, we're going to be selecting courses, and this is for your specific course that you'll be updating. For example, if you're updating the Minnesota guide or if you're updating the Delaware guide, this would be the place to go. Okay, and so let's just select the intern and student onboarding guide. This is just going to be a clone guide, so it could serve as an example for what we're trying to achieve here. Okay, so if you notice on top here, we have some key components. The builder is mainly going to be everything that constructs the course. So as you can see, there's some components that are here. So for example, if you have a passage in your medical writing document that goes over some of these topics, you can just simply go to edit and then you'll be able to make your edits from there. So we can click on edit, for example. And I just use Google Chrome because it's the most fast and efficient. And from here, we can transfer everything that we did from our guide to LearnDash. And it's user-friendly. It has these little arrows that pop up that you can add paragraphs, you can add images. So for example, let's go ahead and add an image. And let's upload it from one of my files. And this is just completely arbitrary. It's just an example to show. So if I wanted to add an image, I can resize it. I can go here to the menu to align it to the center. And if we need to replace another image, we can simply do that with another image that we have in our library, or you can upload it from your file. All right, if things need to be deleted, you can simply drag that and just take things out. And it's just basically a customary way to fix and update all the guides that you have. Okay, so make sure that everything is saved because sometimes it doesn't carry over. So I make it a habit of just clicking that save button all the time. And then of course here you have your viewing options, and this is to view the student's point of view. So anytime that you're unsure and if you're editing a document or a passage of work, you can always view these topics right here. And that'll show as what the student sees on their end. All right, so let's exit out of that. Okay, and let's move on to putting in the questions, because the questions are a main part of what we do for the LearnDash, so we can just experiment with those questions. Okay, so under final quizzes, it's always going to have this at the bottom. So you can customize this and change the name of the title, and we can go into edit. And then of course, this is where you'll be inserting your questions that you've made. We want to go to Builder because that's where we're going to build out the questions. And then you would select New Question to start. And then from there, you can title your questions, add the question, and then when another pop-up opens, you can tailor that to whatever your question is, right? And on the right-hand side, we have a choice of selecting between multiple, single, anything that the that the question requires. And then of course here you can put in your answers. And then on the question settings, that's for the answer explanations, make sure that this is toggled off because we don't want to have this message. We want all our answer explanations to be uniform. And then just save at the end, and then just make it a point to save again once that is uploaded. And that's basically the basics of LearnDash.